Welcome.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again here.
Good games.
Weird games, doing weird things. Looks like Gus is already.
On a weird Wednesday.
Yeah, is it a weird Wednesday today? It is a Wednesday. Pretty weird Wednesday. Running a bit late today, to be honest. Alright.
Sorry.
Is that me? That was mine. Shh. Alright. Shh. Alright, we'll just tell the phone to be quiet. Alright. Anyway, let's move
Bill, Ben, and Bob.
Yeah, the barbarian men away, alright, and Gus. Alright.
Stay with me.
Does Gus have a voice yet?
No.
No. Even though Gus, Gus didn't have a voice the other night, did he?
No.
We're meant to be playing Gus again soon, right?
This week or?
This week, actually, on Friday night, Gus is meant to be getting another run.
It's not actually Gus.
Where were we? Alright. We did do a number of rooms. I think it was 4 last time, and we got a few to do today, so let's have a look what we got here for the change logs first. Alright. That was the mayor's house. Now for one room, 1 day's worth of rooms, it actually turned into a small library and an entry and
storage.
Yeah, we have a storage room at the back and a table dining area. Alright, and we have the little parlor area with trophies and that, and there's a study upstairs and several bedrooms here. Alright, so yeah, we actually ended up with 10, 12 rooms out of that. And then this one also ended up to be more than just a couple of rooms as well. The farm in the wall with the the fell rune branded aurochs. Alright. I pushed their scale down, and you have to sort of dig in and walk down a big long sort of like tunnel to get in there, right? Probably wide enough for 1 or 2 of the aurochs to get down at a time, right? When they bring them out. So not very wide, but yeah, at the bottom of it, you have a little sort of hovel house setting there, sort of up against one of the walls. You've got it sort of set there, and there's water with really silty, muddy water. All the reeds, got some eels in there. So
it'll grow hair on your chest.
The water, yeah, you can drink it. It's very salty. You have to boil it, I reckon. Filter it once or twice or 4 times. It's got a bit of an ashy flavour to it. But like there you go. They've got reeds, and you have eels to feed people and live on. I think not going to be the most exciting diet to live your eternity away in Gehenna, but still.
Gehenna.
What a name! I still can't get over that name. Hey, trying to pronounce it and spit it out. All right. So you come out of there, and we're down to the docks, right, where we met the Marinloth and the Hydroloth. Yeah. So I think that can be seen. Can we see that? We got water flow here down a sort of gulch, right? And there's a dock on it, and yeah, the boat will sort of pull up there, enough for probably 4 people at a time. You can't fit your whole party on there if it's any more than 4 people, right? It's not huge. This isn't an arc or anything. You're not going to take your whole tribe across it.
Easy mode is there's modes to this campaign. Like easy mode, you befriend most of the things.
Payment, right? Did we write the payment?
Oh yeah,
one magic item
worth 1,000 gold or more.
Yeah, sure. Worth was it 100 or 1,000? 1K gold. All right. Equals across the river, right? Otherwise,
that's each person.
That per person, yeah. So this is how you can kind of get rid of some of the items that people are carrying that they're not are using anyway. And then maybe someone has to give away something that they don't want to give away, but it's the only thing that's worth over 1,000. So there might actually be a real cost. That's the easy way, right? Just pay the toll.
Oh yeah, in this campaign, there's the easy mode where you befriend everything, and then there's the hard mode where you're murder hobos.
Well, I mean, if you try and attack the guy, right, for whatever reason, you can get the best of him, or you don't need it. Yeah, you have the Hydroloth, and then you're gonna have to fight both of them. And like, there will have to be some kind of perception, right? You're probably gonna have to be like a 22. Yeah. DC perception to be able to see it in the water. You know, you got to have a possible tell that there's something there, and if you don't see it, then obviously it's like just someone's lost soul floating through. Oh,
Like a big soul-looking
and
construct.
so yeah, to just throw them off. Otherwise, yeah, so you can try and fight it, but you're gonna end up with a bigger fight than you thought you were gonna get, right? And then yeah, this is the space on the other side, big enough for them to take their rest if they need it, take their bearings and that. You can kind of look up ahead into the distance to see what we're going to have to do will be the keep itself, right? So
it's already the keep.
Yeah. So we have to decide what kind of keep we're going to be having.
You want to do a little...
But get your D6 out, and I'll give you some options. All right, so we've got like a classic dungeon, some more underground, where it's just sort of like going in, and it'll be rooms like off of a main path inside of a dungeon. There's going to be, 12 something of them, 15 now. How many? Yeah. Or we got the fort, like the keep, like the American fort, where we got like the all the wooden stakes out the side of the for walls and stuff, and so like a trench with all these other sort of sticks and stakes sort of poking out of it, and I'm thinking lots of wooden stakes really. Or we have like the fort on legs idea, like the wandering fort, so it's pretty much just a base site that's flat. And then you have to wait. They're told that like the actual keep will be returning like on the rise of the next. Is there a moon in Gehenna? I don't know if there is. Anyway,
rise of the next volcano exploding.
Yeah, sure. There'll be some astrological volcano flare, right? And that's when they come around, right? So
to watch the fireworks.
Or we have a mage tower, which is some kind of just like each of the rooms is going to be a different level, and the tower is just going to just keep going up along the side of one of the mountain sides. Then we're going to have, thought we might have a bone encampment where it might have been some fallen beasts or some like giant creatures that come to die, like when the elephants do. And this is like their graveyard, and inside their graveyard has been built up the fort, like the actual fort.
Like hyenas?
And I'm not sure, they're like carrion folk. Maybe they've eaten out the spirit of the place. It's so foul now that none of the actual living creatures of whatever species were here would ever return here. It's sort of like dinosaur bones. It was eons and eons ago, thousands of years ago, right? These Yugoloth creatures or whatever, proto-Yugoloths, probably dead and forgotten by now. Anyway, they live in these giant bone area, right?
The proto-Yugoloth.
Yeah, totally. Or we could have like a corkscrew, which is like
lighthouse,
like a tower or a lighthouse, but it sort of like goes down instead of the mage tower kind of going up, right? So this one digs in, and each of the little wind down, right, along each of the little turns is a room that is sort of inhabited by these things.
Steady.
All right, go on. We'll do it. 2. A classic fort keep idea. Well, I mean, it keeps with the theme, right? I mean, you got the Western setting, and you got like, if you're thinking cowboys and Indians in that sort of like classical sense, they'd have the fort, right, where the actual government army holds up, because you had the freemen with the cowboys, then you had the military with the government army peoples, right, and they had their forts, right, and their forts were pretty much stakes everywhere, yeah.
I'm just imagining a DC-20. I'm just imagining the DC-20 Yugoloth.
Well, what you're probably going to see then is, if we're going to have a fort up here, is from the bottom here, you're going to see like a rather large outcropping of wooden structures and pillars and stuff sticking up, like really large ones from trees that are like, the ones that they have in the ancient forests that like require 8 men to hold hands, and then they like hug these giant trees
the ones
stuff.
like in California.
Yeah. So they have stuff like that. Yeah, they have they got some up north actually, in North Queensland on the Daintree. There's actually giant trees up there in the rainforest. I've seen them. They're huge, right?
How huge?
They're huge. Like
on a scale of 1 to 10.
There's only me and a friend. We couldn't hug the one tree together. They'd be like, you need 8 of us, right? They're big. They're huge trees. Ancient, right? Dinosaur years old. And
Dinosaur years old?
yeah, they're thousands of years. I don't know how long trees live actually. No, but they have to be thousands of years old, right? Like because they're not petrified by any means, but they have living forests that have been up there and untouched. And yeah, you can walk through them and stuff like that. There's tracks and bike tracks and stuff like that, but like they're old. We'll have to Google it later. How long does dinosaur trees live for? Because they're like massive, these things. They've been around for longer than probably
Like this big compared to Gus?
who? Yeah, sure. Yeah, bigger than that maybe. As big as that. Yeah, yeah. They're big trees. They got them up north. The only thing that's a real problem up there is the wait a while, right? Wait a while are these they're like vines that hang down, and they got these like little spurs along them, little things that stick out. And when you're riding through, you're walking through, right? They don't just cut you; they grab you. They make you wait, right? So they hold on. So if they get your clothes, it's one thing. They just grab into the clothes, and you gotta unhook each one. But if you're riding along and they grab on the side of your face, and yeah, they'll take a cut out of you, right? So the wait a while. And then the drop bears. Of course, I mean, like...
The drop bears.
Well, shouldn't have to
they're real scary. They're real scary.
Of course. But...
I've seen one with my real eyes.
Yeah, but they thousands of dinosaur years old too. I bet you they were. They've been around forever. Alright. Okay, so we're going to fort with
the drop bears don't die.
Okay, so... Oh, and we had our... Not a goblin camp where the barghests were.
The bar guys.
Sure. I did it. You can assume that that's not a long lead in there. This is a little side pocket in one of the walls that they've sort of holed up into, and they've got themselves what looks like a little goblin.
Are they gonna be doing a like a goblin dance?
Sure, they're goblin dancing. Much.
Goblin dance celebration.
Dancing hat. Right. Okay, sure. So don't interrupt that, or they're going to show you their real form, and then they're going to try and rip your face off.
Very
good. So we have a clearing. So the idea here is coming off the side of the mountain trail. Okay, so we know the path's there anyway, and we have already seen that the fort is up ahead, so it's rather close now. We've probably travelled half the distance in between where you originally saw it, getting off of the River Styx boatman's boat, right? And you've been able to see that there's all these lumber and sticks. Well, now you can actually see that there's some sort of like actual format to it. There's a design that it's actually a building, and it's starting to look like a wall made out of all of the lumber, right? All this huge spiky lumber, making this one giant sort of impassable looking wall off the side of one of the mountains, right? So we've got the mountain there, and where it looks like it should be coming down to a pass between the mountains, and instead of that there's a giant wall, and this is where we can kind of see that wall, and there's a clearing. So we know that we're like probably going to be about 2 miles out from it, 3 miles, not very far away, really.
As the DM, for the walking like miles over the tiny little wiggle woggle, would you just get your characters to roll like 200 D20s, and then if they got like a 16 on any one of them, they just die?
You mean from the walking and the...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can do that along. You can have regular checks and stuff like that. Like, you never know. You can also run random encounters and stuff like that. There's nothing to say you can't go to any of the random encounter tables and be like, actually, after that time of, like, that's the thing. Most of what we're doing is actually encounters. But if you wanted to, like, this whole march up the side of the mountain, you can put all of these camps in, and you can put multiple. If you're trying to rally all of these farms to turn on the Ugolots, turn on the boss people, then you might want to do it as a campaign over time, going backwards and forwards. And at any time, yeah, sure, you can be like, all right, everybody make the random roll. It's like, oh, okay, oh no, the barbarian fell off this time. Oh, well, what's that? He's already used his amount of uses of save himself, turn into an animal. Oh, we actually got to save him this time. So here we have a clearing, all right? And from the clearing, they'll be able to have enough space to be able to ready and prepare themselves. Know that they're within probably half a day's worth of travel up the rest of the mountain to the fort, right? it'll give them some time to have some space and prepare. All right. Before that, okay, getting on to the next day as we move through rather quickly here. All right, we're going to have a drawbridge. Okay, I wasn't sure what a drawbridge meant. Considering I didn't know whether it was going to be like a tower or a corkscrew dungeon or whatever, right? So if we're gonna have a fort,
it's gonna be a drawbridge that goes.
Where you're gonna get to the part in the mountains, right? So you got the mountain ranges, and then you got all of the pointy sticks. Okay, you're gonna have a guardhouse place here, right?
And the drawbridge goes.
And they're gonna have a drawbridge over. Probably going to be a lava flow.
Lava mode.
Lava flow.
Lava mode.
Oh, yeah, your lava mode. All right, sure, lava mode. Okay. It's going to come up against the side of the wall there. Otherwise, that's going to be very steep cliff. Otherwise you won't be able to be passable unless somebody does some.
That's where the like a mile up there. That's where the volcano come from.
And out the side of the mountains, just to be safe, they've gone and dug in all of these extra spiky sticks to make sure that people aren't climbing up the side of the mountains to get around them because they know that there's stuff there.
Was where the trees were.
Right.
Were. Were.
Well, you can do that from the other side, the entryway of the keep here, where the inner courtyard is, right? You can have what looks to be fallen trees. So this is probably where they got all the trees from to make the other part. And what they've done is cleared all of this, made this wall and reinforced it, right? Yeah. And this is all of the stumps that are left. And the actual fort itself, the buildings and the actual stuff on the other side of the buildings inside, the utility places and where people are staying, right? They're going to be inside. So there's all these old stumps, right? Which could provide cover because they're very large. They're obviously large enough that
this tall compared to dust.
And compared to dust, they're still going to be like probably two people's head size, right?
Like they would probably be like large.
10 feet. I'm thinking 10 feet. I'm thinking 10 feet worth of stump tall, and they're going to be at least probably 15 feet across, maybe 20 feet across in the whole thing. So they're going to be like 10 feet up and about 20 feet across. I'm pretty sure that's right. We work with meters over here, so it's hard for me to go across to the feet scale.
Let's just say like 5-6 meters tall.
Yeah, probably going to be about 3 or 4 meters tall, and it's probably going to be like probably about 7 meters across, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But the people who don't feet.
Sure. So we got a lava mode. So the idea is they got to get past the drawbridge one way or whatever. So they're just going to get past this thing. I'm not saying whatever. There's going to be guards here, right? So we'll put a little guard house on top, and we'll put like some of the guards here, and the guards are going to be the mezzolots, all right?
The ones that fly with the pointy sticks.
Yeah, the flying one. Yeah. Well, you can have a look between the mezzolots and the durgalot. Because the durgalots are the ones that spin around with all the things, right? But yeah.
The pointy bug people?
Yeah, so we're going to put those together. Let me have a look. That one, and I think it was... Where's the...
It was in the monster manual.
Yeah, where's that gone?
In the monster manual spot.
Is it? Oh, okay. Too many books. Too many books.
I was using Tasha's before.
All right. Okay. So while you look at that, so what we're going to have is we're going to have mezzoloth guards. All right. And they're going to be here. They're what, CR5. So we might have 3 of them. So we might have 3 of these. So 2 can guard, and 1 can try and fly off and warn the people. So warn the higher ups that.
Did you say the mezzoloths?
Yeah, mezzoloth. Right? Yeah, those ones. Right? All right. Oh, they don't have a fly speed.
I thought they would.
No, they don't fly. Yeah, you think they would, right? The only ones that actually fly are the Nikolos, right? Yeah, they fly. But you can tell that because they got the big giant wings. It's very easy,
Go
right?
Back. They're in the pose to be like in the middle of flight.
Yeah, sure. It's a little bit whatever. Well, okay, so they don't fly off; they run off at 40 feet, which is a little bit quick, but they can be caught. That's not a problem. That's not a problem.
I mean, my new character, the new character I created, can go 100 feet.
All right, so we got Mezzalofts there, 3 of them. So 2 of them can fight, 3 of them can fight. When it goes bad, 1 of them can run away. Okay, they can work out how to stop it, but they've got to get across this lava moat here somehow. All right, very, very easy. All right, very good. Let's move on. The next one we're going to have is the actual...
What was the other one called? The one that Beyblade Burst?
The other one is the Durgoloth. Durgoloth.
9 pages ahead of the...
Sure.
4 pages ahead of the... What's it? Demogorgon.
Alright, so we've got the fort entryway. So this will be a smaller sort of gatehouse, okay, where we're going to have sort of like, if you've seen in the movies, they have like after the fences or whatever, they got the place where they have the boom gate, right, where you have like a little office there that you can kind of call up from. Yeah, sure. So they're going to have one of these, and this is going to be on the side of the mountain. All right. So inside the actual mountain range, they're going to have buildings, and towards their immediate front, they're going to have like a large long one, and this one here is they're going to have their entry, and they're going to have a number of guards. This here, they're going to have on top of here, they're going to have like a horn, so they can call back to the actual rest of the like a beacon that they can call the rest of the camp. All right, so there'll be one of these here. Okay. Let me see. What else should they have at the entry to the fort other than that? Right. Let me see.
Tall.
You want them to actually have some sort of defenses,
it's lava inside of it, mixed with tar. Buckets with lava mixed with tar.
Okay.
So it's sticky. And
we've already had one sort of like, well, okay, so that's a drawbridge with no problem. Okay. So you want to say that this mountain comes up to here. They've come through. They funnel down this mountain way. This is the actual start of the fort. There's buildings are all very close. This is the part where they're going to be quiet now. They can't really afford to have a fight here because there's a horn on top. There's people to call more reinforcements, and there's going to we could probably put one of those guards, one of the Mezzaloth, right?
What about the Durgoloth?
Oh, well, what we can do is put one of the Caneloth with this guy. Alright, I was going to put the Durgoloths in after, alright? Okay. So, there's one guy here, and he's got like a fence gate at the entryway here. Alright, this is the last kind of, like, gateway in, okay? So, you kind of got to get past 2 gates to get in.
The monsters in the multiverse are so scary.
Okay.
Creepy looking.
The Mezzaloth, we probably could have a couple of those Battleloths, actually. We could probably have 2 or 3 of the Battleloths.
What Battleloths are they gonna be?
Like the weapon ones. So the
Spearoloth.
Yeah, like a Spearoloth or something. Maybe we can only have one. We'll just have one, and we'll give it to the assigned here. So we're gonna put one in. We may as well just put it in here. We're gonna have a Spearoloth. All right, very good.
And it's going to be like a trident-looking Spearoloth.
Sure. Okay, so I think that's plenty fine for an encounter. They're going to have to tidy that up quick and quietly to make sure that nobody blows the actual horn, all right?
Just shoot.
Because on the other side of this, immediately, is going to be buildings now, all right? So we can have first building here is going to be, we're going to have the Caneloth Pens.
It's Fort Dominion Creek.
Sorry?
This is Fort Dominion Creek.
Well, they'd call it Fort Dominion. Right? You'd have Dominion Creek would be the name of the town, and the fort's usually named after the town. Like, like Fort Lauderdale, right? I think that's are they named after people or are they named after places? Because if it was Australian, they'd be named after people for sure. All right. All the places are
Oh
named
yeah,
after famous people.
Queensland.
Yeah, but like Darwin's named after someone from Darwin, right? And all this sort of stuff, right? All this sort of thing. Sydney, named after someone whose name is Sydney, right? So, that being said, New South Wales is named after Wales and is the new Southern Wales, right? And Wales is in the UK, as in that Wales,
Oh.
right? No, yeah, not Wales as in like the water animal.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyways.
Anyway. Okay.
A couple of pens.
Panel pens. Okay, this one should be pretty simple. We're gonna have a pen
with Canelos in it.
Yeah, but we're only gonna have one in here and a couple of those Durgalots. All right. What was the CR on the Durgalot? There's a CR7, so we might just give them one. All right. So we're gonna have one Caneloth in here. Okay, and we're gonna have somebody set off the fire or the smoke alarm. Can we hear it? Can you hear it? Oh, I hope they get under control. I hope the actual house isn't burning down. All right, look, the YouTube life has to go on, house fires or not. All right, that's a commitment here.
I'm gonna see if it's picking it up.
Okay, Caneloth pens. All right, so we're gonna have one Caneloth, okay, because the other one's over at the guardhouse.
Like,
all right,
licking you.
All right, and one of those Durgaloths, all right, which you wanted to have in, right? Okay. All right, so we've got one of those. This one here is going to be set back into sort of the mountain wall, okay, and is actually going to be dug in. It's a den, right? It's for a more animal thing, so it's going to be dark
and it's going to be a bit hotter,
quiet
so you need to put your heat-resistant clothing on.
All right, yeah, sure. Maybe there's a lava run. Is the only sort of light they got going on there. Is that there's a sort of a lava flow at the back of the room. All right, for a bit of soft light.
It's like a lava lamp, but without the lamp.
And you could probably, like in here, the pens look like they could hold 3 or 4 of them, but
only
there's
have
only
one
in there at the moment. There's one over here. There's one that you can have walking up or down at any time. There's probably going to be one later on as a guard dog somewhere else. So it holds 3 or 4, but there's only going to be one here at the moment with a Durgalot. With a lava flow, with a soft light, and that's the rest of the thing with mountains on either side. Alright, it's all mountain area. Okay, very good. Well, how many got left? We still got rooms left.
2.
2. Oh, geez.
The hive.
This is what happens when you step away. Alright, don't mind us. Having my chai latte.
Having my water.
Alright, namaste. Very good.
What do you mean by the hive?
Well, it was meant to be like guardhouse, but since we're putting in like bugs, right? So we're gonna have. What do you reckon? This is what I wanted the calculator for, right? We need to see if.
You want me to go into the calculator? Yeah,
you can have a look at the calculator if you can switch that across, and we need to see just if we can get away with 2 7s and a 5 for a group of level 10s, right? All right, so 4 10s. Did you change over the screen already?
No, I.
Over to the second one. There you go. So 4 10s, and we got 2 7s and a 5. All right, we want to see if we can fit that many in at the minute. All right, there's going to be another hole in the wall sort of setting, right? It's going to be very dark, this one, all right? Like a burrow. Dark. Dark.
It says deadly.
All right, what does it say if you take one of the, I don't know, one of the 7s out and put another 5 in? So 2 5s and a 7.
Deadly.
Well, we might do that instead. I think 2 5s and a 7 sounds more reasonable than 2 7s and a 5.
True.
Right? Okay. So we're
Let's go back to seat.
gonna have 2 Mesoloths in here, right? And 1 of the Durgaloth at the minute, alright? But it looks like this place could obviously hold like up to 20 or so, right? Holds up to 20 of these bug Gigaloths, right? So the idea is that...
And it's very dark in there.
Yeah, and dark, and it's got like, you know, sort of, it's going to have some sort of hive. That's why I said the hive. It's going to have some hive structure, so it's probably going to be like
little hexagon sleepy pods.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be a bit rough at the start, but then it's going to have some form to it eventually. Maybe the room is done into like a hexagon shape, right? And then all
like hexagons in the wall.
Yeah, all of their
and like sap.
I don't know that they make sap. It doesn't say that they make any kind of fluid or anything, does it? I mean, you can have a look. You'd have a look, but yeah. So, let's write that down. So they live in a large hexagon, right? And inside little hexagons. Okay. So they have the room's one big hexagon, and they have these little
no, they don't.
hexagons. Yeah, I didn't think they would. Well, let's see. Now I gotta get my practice. It's harder to draw a hexagon than an octagon, to be honest. You wouldn't think it is, but I really think it's harder. Let me see. You gotta start here. There you go.
It's not even numbers.
It is even numbers. It's 6.
No, but like the sides are not even numbers. Like
yeah. Well, sure. You gotta think about it a different way. Yeah. So the rooms are hexagons, right? And then they live in little ones. Okay. And there's going to be 3 in there. Can hold up to 20. I think that's about all it needs to be. They're each going to have a battle-off, right? So 3.
That's more of a diamond than a hexagon.
No, these ones are that way though. They are actually a side. Sorry. Yeah, sure. That's what I mean. It's harder to draw that than whatever, right? Sure. Does that look a little bit better? Does that look a little less diamondy?
Yeah.
Whatever. All right. I think that's enough. So we can give them 2 spears and a sword, 2 spears and a battle axe, right? For each of these, 2 spears and a battle axe. All right. Very good. The armory. Okay, so I was thinking as a spin on the idea of an armory, this last room here, because we're going to do this battle loss, that we just have a room that is for the battle loss to kind of hang out.
It's like a locker room, but a bunch of battle loss.
So what do we do? Do we want to roll up a shape at least or something? Wait up. Just roll up a shape of a room for me.
5.
Where are you going?
That's a dice.
Did you roll it inside the thing?
Nope.
Roll it in there. Where's your dice?
5.
Alright.
It's a square.
Okay.
Again. It's a trapezoid.
They're just as good as a square. They're just a funny shape.
Form square.
Alright. So how about we do a longer room, and there's also...
I'll calculate how many we could put in there.
They're like a quarter and a half and 1, right? So 1 CR. So you could probably put like 6
quarters.
You could probably put you could probably put 6 ones.
5 quarters.
Probably that many halves. You can play around with that, I suppose. Yeah, so we have a trapezoid here, and we will have there we go. And there's like another one of the lava flows coming through the back of the room here. And it's all, this one's not quite so dark. There's a large lava flow in here. But it's very steamy, all right? Very steamy. So probably difficult to see. Disadvantage on perception. For perceptions. Okay. Have you done all of the math yet? Have we got a math score yet of the battle loss? No.
I'm waiting and seeing when it's gonna say hard.
Okay,
Not
sure.
deadly.
Battle loss, and we have like half
Okay.
and quarters and ones.
5 quarters,
5 quarters,
3 halves,
3 halves,
4 ones,
4 ones,
and 3 twos.
There's no twos. I'm not sure I put a 2 in. We could probably make another 2.
Yeah.
Let's make another weapon. How many?
And then 3 twos.
So that's 3.
9,
6.
6, 15.
I see, yeah, sure. Okay. I don't know if that's too hard or not. Maybe not.
I mean, it only says hard.
Alright. So this is all lava plus more lava. Alright. So
And there's like some water like dripping into there.
well, you could probably have yeah, we've had that dirty manky water. Maybe
Dirty manky water dripping in.
yeah, maybe there's
That's
like
what
a
makes
there's
steam.
sure, maybe there's a dirty like a water spigot over here.
And you can just see droplets of water dripping into the lava. Just like
right. There's part of it is sort of running down the wall, right? So the water spigot running down the wall and making like a little rivulet into the lava flow. And where it meets, sort of like as it drips over into the lava flow, it's making drip, 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 and the steam, steam, steam. Right? Water spigot into lava, makes steam. Very good.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch the things back over.
Let me see. Is that it? I think that's going to be it. So we don't really need to put any items on these guys. I don't think they're going to be carrying anything magical until we get further on. What we have now after this, where are we on our monthly planner? So you can see from here we have one more room on the outside, and then we're going to start doing the inside rooms. We're going to have a larger structure here, like a big house, and this is going to be where the Yagna-loth is holed up at the end. And this is going to have there's going to be a night hag in here, and we're also going to have part of its jail where they keep some of their prisoners and stuff. Yeah, really unfortunate ones that they don't kill off, they keep, which is worse than killing off. And
with their toes dangling in the water.
And then the Arcana-loth, which was the actual banker, right, in disguise. They have their little room under their bank, but they also have a library here and a lab. So,
isn't that one the fox one?
Yeah, that was the other one, yeah. And then we'll get to the Yagna-loth. So we'll probably get into the Arcana-loth and Yagna-loth and have a bit more of a look at those guys again later on. But I think that's where we're at now. We've done a fair amount of work today. We've got what was it? How many rooms did we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms today.
Almost a week.
Survived a fire drill, apparently. The Barbarian brothers are all well.
And thus is doing fine as well.
Barbarian friends. Roy. Thanks for coming along. Been great. Stay weird and all.
Do the thing with the comments and stuff.
Yeah, no hassle. That's next time. Stay weird.